Hi people, this is Leylush Hope. Um, this is my first, um, my first video, and I'd like to introduce myself. So I'm Leylush Hope. I'm 34 years old, and I'm like a very highly spiritual being. I went through much intense emotional things, and I have a bipolar disorder, schizophrenia diagnosis since I'm 17 years old, and yeah, I'm 33, so it's quite a time. I'm dealing with that diagnosis. So, well, I just want to say that in my case, or in many cases, when people are dealing with bipolar disorder, mm, like most of the time they're like putting into a mental hospital and they're like completely caged in one room, heavily medicated, protected from themselves with like some kind of fixation on their arms and their feet, so that we are not able to hurt ourselves, because sometimes it can be that we're suicidal or very intense in our emotions. And yeah, I had a really interesting journey, like in the mental hospital, and when I was not in the mental hospital, it was really interesting because I I made really intense encounters with people. And now like to see the development. And for years I will work myself in a mental hospital as an ex-in, because it's like I'm ex-involved because I had the sickness before. I told you, and it's really really interesting because to have that job is like my wish fulfillment, because I can help people who have to deal with the hell of a emotional roller coaster diagnosis that I had, and to help people and to spot what people mean, like what patience means, what they are meaning. And I'm like the how you say it, like I translate that to the doctor. That will be my job as an ex involved, to understand what is this individual feeling right now and what's he doing right now. And this is really intense. This will be a really satisfying work, like to help people and to make them feel better and to choose the right medication and etc etc. And it's like really a beautiful thing to live my life, because I never really worked in my life. Like, okay, besides my musical journey that I had, I was in a band. I was like really successful in music when I was in a really young age. When I was 15 years old, I was a singer in a rock band called Novus. We were actually really talented and really successful. But well, yeah. I want to talk about the gifts that you have when you have a bipolar disorder. There are really interesting gifts. You have like the ability to spot the truth, to spot the truth in the soul, like to understand. Okay, I look in those eyes and like directly know. Okay, this person is real. This person is fake. And it was really interesting because I really can spot on like immediately. And it was really interesting to like experience that I was right. My intuition is very very high, and often I'm doing tarot readings for other people, like not online but like in person, and they're always like, "Whoa, that's scary." Like, Leylush, that's scary because you are on point. And yeah, I just want to say that it's a hell of a journey. It was a hell of a journey, and it's still a hell of a journey, because it's really like in a bad way and in a good way, because I'm a Scorpio and I'm about metamorphosis every time, like rebirth, dying, rebirth, dying. This is what a Scorpio is about, and this is like really amazing because I have the ability, this is really seldom, to really remember what I did when I was in the manic, when you are manic. So what does manic mean actually? To be manic means you are hyper sensitive and you are like very intense. You are talking much, you are have much energy. Sometimes this energy can be very disturbing and very like destructive, you know. And I don't know, like I did crazy shit. I made the experience that I always like playing with electricity. I stick my hand on electricity. I didn't have shock, so thank God. But one time I was accidentally falling when I was coming out of the shower. That means I was like with my wet hands getting an electricity shock that was so intense that I was thinking, okay, Nadia, bye bye, you will die. Leylush. My name is Nadia, but my art name is Leylush Hope. It's really interesting because it's like insane. Like you cannot like believe what I was going through. It was crazy. Yeah, I do music since I'm 5 years old. I'm a musician, I'm a singer, I'm a producer, I'm a songwriter, and I love to do it. I have made a bunch of songs and I want to distribute it soon. Yeah, I'm very happy to be alive, like really, because I made like there was many times I was thinking I'm really dying. 3 times of that were when I was like in a hospital, and sometimes the pills numb up your tongue, and then the tongue goes and like back on the throat, and you can choke on that. You know what I mean? And I had that experience 3 times. It was not a good experience, of course, because I was really thinking I'm dying. But then I was like, I could lift my head, and then I'm like, look, it could be like loosen up, and I was like, okay. It was crazy because I was born in the 6th month of pregnancy, so very, 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 very early. So I have to deal with near-death experience from the beginning, and what that was actually creating this psychosis when I was getting older. In 2006, it was starting when I was 17 years old, and it was a very intense moment, but it was a very religious experience as well, because I was thinking, I'm an angel, or I have a higher purpose, or I am Jesus, I am God. And this is really interesting because you feel such a oneness with yourself. You have the urge to be naked. That's really a bipolar thing. Because you want to feel oneness. You want to be pure. You know what I mean? It is like really intense. And this intensity were always showing up in my life, you know? And I want to talk with you in the next episode about the people I met on my journey and who is not anymore in my life and who are still sticking to me. So it's a really interesting story. In the next part, I will talk about the people that I met in the mental hospital. So my next episode is about the people that I met in the mental hospital. Super extraordinary people, super talented people, and I will all name them, and I will tell you who those people are and which role they play in my life. So we see us in the next episode. This was Leylush Hope. Bye bye.